Hey everyone, so I just got to the ceramic studio and I'm really excited because a fresh kiln unload just came out and I have some new pieces to show you. I took like a quick look-see at them, but I haven't really thoroughly inspected them yet, but they're looking really, really good. And I was having a lot of problems with my transparent glaze last month or so, and I did some tests and stuff like that. I think I fixed it, and I think the pieces, at first glance, these pieces look really good. Super, super excited. Also, I forgot the tripod, so that's why I'm like leaning over, so apologies ahead of time, but yeah, let's take a look at all of the new ceramics. So all these I'm going to show you basically are going to be with my like usual clay with like the speckles and stuff like that. You can see I'm already holding the first one, which is like a guinea pig mug, and I'm going to bring it up close so you can see it and hopefully it'll focus. But this is the guinea pig mug, and like looking at it right now, glaze looks great. I was so frustrated with my glaze before, and I will get a little bit more into it, but I want to first like look at all the things and just like make sure that it actually fixed the problem before I dive into like what I did to fix it. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, this piece might look kind of familiar because I've been filming my process making it, and I'm looking at it now and it looks so good. The glaze is perfect. I'm like so, what did the Brits say? So chuffed about this. It was so frustrating before because the glaze was just messing up all of my hard work, but I think I fixed it. So yeah, this will be a new design and I'm really, really liking this shape, so I probably will make more pieces in this shape. This one has no hole in the bottom, but there is another one that I did make with a hole. Here is the same design, but this one has a hole in it. And you can see, yeah, look how cute they came out. Then I have some more duck planters. Had these in the last shop update, and these are the ones that didn't make it into the last update. I can see a little bit of tiny microscopic bubbles if you like look really closely, but really it doesn't really bother me at all. It still looks really, really good. It's really clear. I'm gonna look at the next ones. I'm finally getting around to making more of these guinea pig mugs, or not mugs, bowls. So yeah, these ones look really, really good. So there's two of them. A mug. I'm gonna make more of these mugs. I don't know when I'm gonna make more of these mugs, but I'm gonna do it just probably after the spring, because right now I'm like in full planter pot making mode, especially for like that garden show that's coming up. Really, really excited about this one. I think you guys are really, really, really happy about this. I have waited actual months to finish this piece, and I'm looking at it right now. I'm not even gonna delay it anymore. Look at this. It's a budgie. I've never made a budgie before, and this one turned out so cute. I feel like the ones that I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with this, I kind of messed up, always turn out so good. The reason I messed up on this was because I think I was trying to make like a foot, but I like accidentally trimmed too much, so it ended up being like very round and chunky at the bottom. But I think it added so much to the design of it. I think it's really, really, really cute. Look at this distinguished gentleman. I've been like on TikTok a lot, I'm sorry. Last two pieces are with a different type of clay actually. So this is a new white clay that I'm trying. It's kind of hard to find like a very good white stoneware clay that's not porcelain, but this one turned out really, really white, if you can see. I feel like it almost looks like it could be porcelain. There are some like small, tiny black specks that are part of the clay, but I actually really like that, and I'm not bothered by that at all. So I'll probably start throwing a lot more with this clay actually, because this is like my first time firing this clay and seeing what it looks like in its final form, aside from like this little swatches I made. I think it turned out really, really good. It's very, very cute. It's like actually perfect. Like tiny microscopic bubbles thing that I was seeing on the other clay doesn't appear in this one. That's probably because of like the tiny specks that are in this one. Specks probably are some, I don't know, doing something. There's a lot of chemistry that goes into ceramics, but whatever it is, that glaze with this clay, so good. Oh, and this last one, I had no idea how this one would turn out because this is made with recycled clay. So we have like a cleaning bucket where we clean our tools and stuff like that. So a lot of different types of clay get mixed into it, and all the ceramic artists in the studio use different kinds of clay. So you get like mystery clay when you recycle it. And I once made a like bird with this clay, like almost a year ago. I decided I would finally make something with it. This is what the recycled clay ended up looking like. So you can see like it is gray. There's some like tiny hints of, well, it's mainly gray, but you can see some tiny hints of like other kinds of clays in it. So like a little bit of white and a little bit of brown specks are in here. Those lava specks from my clay are probably in here as well. This is a very unique piece because I probably can't ever get this ever again, because it is a mystery mix of many different types of clay. That's really awesome. I'm really, really excited that this worked out and that all the pieces look really, really good. I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I did to fix it. And it's a bit of a bummer because I don't exactly know what fixed it, but I know that the problem was my transparent glaze was contaminated. There was something wrong with my transparent glaze that was causing that like weird clouding issue in some areas. That was really frustrating for me. And I know that particular bucket of glaze was the problem. It wasn't the powder itself, because I basically had like 5 kilos of this glaze powder and I had used half of it and mixed that up and stuff like that. And then I had like 2 kilos left over. So I mixed that leftover 2 kilos into a different bucket, mixed that up, and then did some tests with it. And it just turned out that my original bucket of transparent glaze somehow, I have no idea, got contaminated and was causing that weird clouding issue. So basically mixing up a new transparent glaze is what fixed the problem. There was the second thing I did though. So sometimes I had some problems with my underglaze, like blocking my transparent glaze. And it would get these kind of weird separating issues in some areas where it wouldn't be super smooth. And I kind of like guessed it might be because I was painting all of my pieces when they were in the bit square phase as opposed to the bone dry phase. So what I did is I kind of switched up my process. I ended up painting most of the pieces that you saw here when they were actually bone dry in the greenware phase before they had even been fired. I think that might have helped. I can't confirm this because basically I did 2 things, which was the new glaze and then painting them when they were in greenware phase. So I can't confirm which one exactly did it, but I'm 99% sure that basically my original transparent glaze was contaminated and that was causing the problem. But that means that I have now fixed the problem, and there's like 30 pieces that are sitting on my shelf right now. Maybe fewer than that, I can't really be sure. But there's like a bunch of pieces on my shelf right now waiting to be painted and glazed because I had this problem for so long that they were just like kind of piling up. So that means that I can now finish all the pieces. So yeah, basically everyone that you saw here will be in an upcoming shop update. I do really like this budgie though, so I might hold on to this for a little bit and then sell it later on. I'm not really sure yet. Yeah, all these will be in an upcoming shop update. I don't know when, probably after the garden show. So mid-July, no, not mid-July. So like maybe mid-June, end of June, somewhere in there, somewhere in the summer. There will be a nice big summer update. I probably will not bring these ones to the garden show just because I'm focusing on making those beige planters instead. But now that my glaze is fixed, it's very tempting to make these ones because I love the way they turned out. Sorry, I'm just gushing right now because I had so many problems with that transparent glaze that to know that I finally have fixed the problem is amazing. And for any of you who work with ceramics, you know how frustrating it can be when you're trying to troubleshoot what's going wrong, because basically you have to do a bunch of tests and wait, do a bunch of tests, wait, and then see. But I'm glad that this is just like done now and I've fixed it. Gonna be working on some beige buddies. I forgot to show this one actually. So this is one of my beige buddies. This is something I was trying that's a little bit simpler than my other pieces. The thing that was different about this than the ones I brought to the market is that the white is actually painted with glaze. It's not painted under glaze. And what that means is that there is more of like it basically means there's a different chemical reaction happening. So you can see that the places that I painted are more shiny and the usual pieces I make are more matte. And I'm not really sure how much I like this because I can't tell if it looks like this, if it looks kind of uneven. Well, it probably is uneven because I didn't do a good job painting it. But I can't tell if I like this more than my usual like underglaze. So basically like I painted this one with white glaze and I never really used paint on glaze. I usually always dip my pieces because I don't really like painting with glaze because as you can see it like ended up being really like uneven in some places, which I don't know, I guess it might be okay. I'm not that happy with like how the eyes aren't really that clear, but maybe it's okay. Let me know what you think. I guess I'm just really happy that this batch turned out so well. I was really bummed that so many of my pieces were getting ruined by this transparent glaze before and I had no idea why. Honestly, I still don't really know what happened to that bucket. I just know that I won't be using it anymore. It's such a relief to know that they've been fixed. You can expect lots of new pieces coming out soon. Now it's time to work. Hopefully my mic is still working because I don't really know how much battery is in this thing and I don't think it notifies me, so yeah. All right, let's go throw some pots.